Oh, there it does. It does.
Can you hear it? Oh, hang on. I got to rewind it here. I'm not rewinding it far enough.
No, did you hear that?
At first, it's just getting fat. What does it say?
Or I hear she and tumbleweed, which means like I think of you and you tumbleweed.
Like, is that really? Okay, hang on. Hang on, people. I may have to look up the lyrics. I think it is. Okay, I have to look up the lyrics now to the Getting Fat song. I just thought it was a great parenting song because it really sums up what we're all have in common right now. But if
that's hilarious.
This may be my family theme song.
At least your marriage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's what the lyrics are. Getting fat, getting fat, getting fat, getting fat. She hang on, it's actually even better. She had tumbleweed love.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect.
I love this.
Song
goes on and says she had tumbleweed time. Listen, this is it. Getting Fat by Margot and the Nuclear So-and-Sos.
This is your marriage theme song.
I know. I mean, it competes with oh gosh, what is it?
Girl.
Taylor Swift, you're being too loud. You need to calm down. You're being too loud. I'm like, guys, it's like she wrote this for this house. And even Gavin now says it. He'll go like, ooh, like he'll sing like the whole thing. And then he's like, you're being too loud.
He's so cute. Oh
How's everyone doing? Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah. Oh my word.
So I didn't even try to change tonight. I'm still in my pajamas. This is my uniform. This has become my school uniform. And it's even plaid. So I kind of feel like I actually am in a school, here actually to kind of
pull off a whole Britney Spears dance.
Just to kind of fancify it, I'm going to pop my collar. Now I really feel. And also
uniform. Did you go to school where you had to wear your uniform?
No.
Okay.
It was totally free dress. Emlyn goes to a charter school and they do have a uniform.
That's right.
Yeah. And I used to feel like uniforms were constricting and you have to follow rules and rules are stupid. And
I feel like if I don't have to think about what I have to put on.
You know what? It's kind of best case scenario for a girl in middle school. It just levels everything out. You're all wearing the same lame clothes. You're all wearing the same blue leggings and sweatshirt. And
are you allowed to add flair?
I would be the girl that would add flair. Emlyn's not a flair kind of girl.
No.
She has to blend in. Just let me not stand out. I feel like it's also worth noting that neither one of us have bras on. I almost said boobs on tonight, but we definitely have boobs on.
I still have those.
And it's not like it was coordinated. Like I hopped on and you were like, you're in your pajamas. And I was like, and I have no bra on. You're like, me too.
We look good tonight. We
really totally become comfortable with you guys. That we are just
up for our girls tonight. We did it up for our girls.
So listen, I today was like, I hope I can even be awake tonight.
You have to tell everybody about this.
Because
I have to tell everybody about this.
I didn't even have time to post about it today.
Hold on. Let me preface it with for anyone who remembers a few weeks ago, Kim had a chipmunk in her house, and we told that story.
Yes, we had Alvin in the house.
I feel like Mother Nature decided to up it a notch with her. Mother Nature said, Kim, I love the Fearing household so much. Here's what I'm going to do.
I feel like you're right. I mean, okay, so here's what happened. And almost wanted to send all of you girls a text at like 5 a.m., but I knew you probably were all peacefully sleeping. But at about 4 this morning, I thought that I was having this weird dream. So I remember, when you're like half awake and still kind of, but you're trying to convince yourself you're not, you're like, no, it is not time. And so I literally, in my brain, I was like, somebody is downstairs, because that makes sense at 4 a.m. Somebody is downstairs cooking something, and they're trying out a new recipe, and they're really, really ruining it. Like, they're burning it, and people just walked in the room. They're gone now. And so, but I think I might have had a sleepwalker just come in and leave. And I should have been like, go clean your room. And and so I just remember being like, somebody's cooking something weird and it's not going right. And and how do they not know?
Yeah.
But I still just kind of rolled back asleep. Well, about half an hour later, Ben just like flies up in bed, like sits straight up, like someone is like robbing us. And he was like, do you smell that? And I was like, yeah, you smell it too. Cause yeah. So then I like leap out of bed. Cause then I've decided, I run through the whole thing, right? I'm like, oh my God, like the kids are all dead from carbon monoxide, until I remembered that it's odorless. Like, it's called the silent killer. So I was like, probably not that. And then I was like, it's a gas leak. I remember being like, it's a gas. The house is filled with gas. I mean, you're like somewhat delusional. So I run down to the kitchen. I'm checking everything, and I mean, Lord knows I don't cook. So it's not like I accidentally left the gas on. Checking everything. And then listen, and then I had a moment of revelation. I was like, babe, you know what this is. It is the smell of a skunk. And you know how I know what the smell of a skunk is? Because we already, in the time of living in this house, have already had a skunk get stuck in the same place and die a slow death. Yes, to where we had to literally like call someone out, like the critter control, legit, it's called critter control, to come out and remove the skunk. And in the state of Colorado, they do not let you just relocate skunks. Like, they have to come out in a body bag. And so like this guy shows up last time with his girlfriend in tow to like euthanize and remove this skunk that is like stuck in this hole, and just keep spraying repeatedly, like filling my house. And I'll never forget, because he was like, I hope you don't mind, I brought my girlfriend. Like, she's kind of into this stuff. And I was like, it's either a match made in heaven or like
weird. That's like a reality show. Like,
weird, and it wasn't even like 420, it was really, really strange. So anyways, okay, so this is how I know what a skunk smells like. And it was undeniably skunk. My house, you have to understand, it's filled. It is still right now filled with the smell. Like, if this was a 4D experience, what could do on you. Well, so here's what's happening is that I immediately like threw open all the doors and windows. So now freezing cold. Like walking around like freezing cold all day today. But as soon as you seal up the doors within 5 minutes, you're like overcome. I mean, it's worse than Grayson's farts, and they are pretty bad. They can fumigate a room. We went out, and it's coming from the same, like when you come over to my house, there's kind of like that little storage area, like at the bottom of our stairs next to the garage, and it's to our house. Well, we walked in there, and so it is somewhere in there. Ben has decided that it is a skunk mom and her skunk babies. He thinks it's like a whole den of skunks living in there. And would that not be appropriate for this house?
That would be hilarious.
I just have like a mom, and I mean, I love that even in his scenario, the dad is not even around. He's just like the mom and her babies. Like, the dad just left town, And yeah, so literally all day, and everyone I called for critter control is like, yeah, I have an opening next Thursday. So we had to go for the first time ever and buy traps. So we have traps laid out. Would you like to know what lures?
Oh, you should have told me. We have traps.
Well, we may be needing more because I plan to line this
Wow.
whole thing up. I mean,
Wow.
I feel like I may even put some of my children's favorite treats inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. Adam just said he doesn't want his traps stinking.
Worst. And what if I just use them for my children?
Ben
What if I just lure my kids in and contain them? Would that be okay?
He shook his head. Yeah. He shook his head. Yeah.
Yes, Susan, next Thursday. Half the people didn't even call us back. And if you live in
Vivian said you're an ass.
If you live in Evergreen, you know, like this is not uncommon. No one calls you back for any like goods and services here, right? It's like I don't know. I mean, truly, I don't know how some people stay in business here because it's like a month later, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I have a missed call from you. And so
I was out skiing. Sorry.
Yeah. Huh. It's so weird because it's not ski season and they're all closed. Oh, oops. Yeah. So yeah, no. So I'm kind of an ass too, Viv. I'll take it. But anyway, yeah, so I have no idea. So there's still like skunks in there, and my house is now all sealed up for the night, and it smells. And listen, I didn't even tell you this.
The kids wake up though, like when you guys woke up to that
No, slept through the whole shebang. And you know, Madeline was asleep in my bed because he shows up every night at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Passed out cold, like with all this hocus pocus going on. Yep. And crazy. And so, yeah, so we had this chipmunk enter into our house a couple weeks ago. On Mother's Day, I came home because I told you I leave my family on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It's the only way it works.
Yeah.
And it's the only way I don't, like, I leave and still come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Know? And so I came back home and there was a hummingbird in my house.
I got a bird in my house the other day.
I came home to Ben on like a 20-foot ladder in the living room. It has like vaulted ceilings. And he and Emmeline are batting with like extendable brooms, trying to chase out a hummingbird. And I literally just looked at them and I said, I don't want to know. And I just walked up to my bathroom and got in the bathtub and took a bath. So literally in a course of 10 days, like, right? I was telling you guys earlier, I was like, I feel like a less glam version of Snow White over here. Like, I'm just like, come little wild children, come into the house of horrors.
Mother Nature loves you, Kim. Mother Nature loves you.
Well, my shirt on Tuesday proves you wrong. My children don't even think I have a motherly instinct, but apparently the wildlife out here. Oh, and also, P.S., yesterday I got on video a raccoon running all along my outside deck. I don't know what's happening. We have moved into the wilderness and yeah, I literally feel like the Beverly Hillbillies that moved from big city Chicago to like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are kind of in the middle of nowhere. You are.
I mean, it's just us and the animals. It's just us. We're a wildlife sanctuary inside my house.
Which, like, that sounds to me like my dream. I would take that any day. Not the skunk.
Skunk? Okay.
Okay, as I said that, my husband farted so loud across the room.
It's like a 4D experience.
Did anybody hear that? Oh my gosh. It was like low and deep and long.
We didn't hear it, but we're gonna listen for it on the replay now. We're gonna definitely listen for it.
Oh, that was bad. Oh my gosh. I had a bird in my house not that long ago, like a week or so ago. And actually it was funny because the boys found it first.
Yes.
It was in our closet in our master bedroom. And the boys, I don't know why I can't remember why they were in there, but they started to yell and they were like, birdie, birdie. And I thought they were saying booty, booty. Like maybe they were asking for a spanking. I don't know. They were like, booty, booty. And I didn't get it. And finally, I saw the bird, and they were so excited, like jumping up and
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Birdie, birdie, birdie. And then because they got so excited, the bird kept flying around and we couldn't get it out.
It's like a dog. It's like chasing after a dog. They think it's a game.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
know.
It does turn into like pandemonium
It's
when you figure it out.
And you know what? Like, okay, so the latest, I feel like we always end up talking about homeschooling stuff. Have you, and I know your boys are still little,
Yeah.
but have you heard like the latest proposal that's out there for Jeffco?
I think, is it the one where it's like maybe they'll go in 1 day a week?
Oh no, it's even worse.
What? How does it get worse than 1 day a week?
So not everyone, because not everyone would go in 1 day a week. It would be that they could have up to 10 children in the classroom. So 10 out of like, there are 30 kids. So like a third of the students in each class could return. And everyone else would be full-time homeschool. What's that?
I was assuming they were like rotating days then, like 10 students a day, but still.
Yeah, maybe they'll arrive at that. But right now it's that they would literally have a handful, the same one, so that they can like track their temperature. Like it would be like the teachers that aren't exposed, which I mean, I don't want teachers to get sick.
No.
But I don't even think teachers are fond of this from the ones that I've talked to.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how do you become one of the chosen ones?
Seriously.
Like I'm like, so this is what's happening. I mean, I am taking all the video footage. Like I am planning for like an application essay situation, like you need to save these children. You need to get them out of this house and they need to be with you. So I have all kinds of like, documenting all kinds of evidence as to why mine should be part of this select few.
You wonder, I
already paid a lot of money for my kids.
Okay, so here was one thing I wondered, because I've heard some people say like, oh, my kids are doing really well with it. And then some are not. I do wonder if they actually took like a survey to find out like how many families would prefer like their kids stay at home. They don't have to put together the lesson plans, the way.
Yeah.
And then how many would want their kids to go back or even like a hybrid version? Like if they actually took a survey from parents, like what would you find out? Because I think
I didn't get that survey. I feel like we know which camp that I would belong to. Actually, if I feel like my kids would vote, like pick me, send me. Pick me.
True. They probably would.
Yeah. I think even my kids are like,
because you run a shipwreck.
Yeah, either take me to school or Jesus take me home. Like I feel like even they're kind of in that spot. Listen, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I can tell you from my standpoint, I will be dropping my children off on August 16th at their school on time for the first time ever. And when they're like, they're not on the list, I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's so weird. And then I am going to run back to my car and change my phone number and move. Like, all that is happening.
I think it's interesting that they're making this decision. I mean, I know it's not like that far away, but when you think about the amount of time it took to switch to homeschool, and make a decision for late August.
Sleepwalker's back.
Ooh, is he in his underwear?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go clean his room.
Hey, buddy, you up to doing some laundry? All right, I'll see you in like an hour. Okay.
I tell you, we started locking all the doors around here because Eli the other night, our 2-year-old walked up the wooden stairs and was just staring at Adam at 1:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Adam opens his eyes and there's Eli.
It's not good. Okay, listen. Oh my goodness. I don't this made me think because it's like a stream of consciousness here and my brain does weird things. But you said children, I think of horror movies. Okay, here's a little insider of how whacked out my brain is. You said child, nighttime. My brain was like, children are scary, horror movies. And then it was like horror movies. What am I watching later on TV? What am I watching later on TV? Oh my gosh, I finished Schitt's Creek. It's over. I like spaced them out and then I finally watched the finale. And if anyone still has not watched it, you are missing out on hilarity.
It is very funny. It gets fun.
You need to queue it up next. It's on Netflix, right? I think it's on Netflix.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good night. Did you see what he said?
Did he say something about baby's bottom?
My hair, he did this. He said, my hair is as smooth as a baby. Yeah. This is what I live with.
Oh my gosh.
They're not even on anything, you know? Like, they're not even on medication like I should be on.
No, but yours are genetic. So
that is true. That is undeniably true. Oh, I'm not going to tell you the end. I would never.
Yours is purely genetic.
Nature and nurture. It's probably a little bit of both right now. I will not tell you the end. I would never spoiler alert the ending of this ever. But all I'm going to say is that at the end, there's like an after show, like that kind of plays out what happened on like their last day of filming, and it interviews the characters and all that. Sobbing. It was 45 minutes of me sobbing.
Sobbing from laughing or sobbing?
No, crying. Crying. Like they were like my best friends, you know, like we were breaking up. Just literal. Ben kept looking over and he was like, "Are you still crying?" Like just falling off of my face, you know?
I want to know who all has seen Schitt's Creek or watches Schitt's Creek, or like, and how far you are.
Okay, so I have to tell you, those of you that are like,
season, Adam, I think season 3.
So there's 6 seasons total.
Yeah.
So I have to tell you, like, the whole premise, if you haven't watched it, is basically
they came to Denver
like a year ago before we were wise enough. We were still dumb and ignorant. Yes, Carrie. Yes, that is it. That is it.
I don't understand.
Yes, they toured and they were supposed to do like a finale show, and then they all got canceled because of the Rona.
Oh, well, is that what you watched? Did you just watch the finale show?
Oh. This was just that was like a live show. They went and did like a live show. Okay, here's a couple things I'm going to tell you. First of all,
yeah.
Carrie is asking, is that, I'm guessing how you spell it. Yes, it is Schitt's Creek. I know that, I think I shared this the first time, but I know Carrie lives in Texas, so she can appreciate this. But it took me forever to watch it because when people would talk about it, like that Southern Baptist in me would come out and I'd be like, oh, I want something called Schitt's Creek. Like Jesus will not approve of that.
You know, it's so funny. My reaction was exactly the opposite at first. It was, oh, this is a great name. Let's check it out.
This is why I love you. It's the same. It literally is the same how when I was in, I don't know, when was this? College? I think college when this came out.
Yeah.
When Sex and the City came out with Sarah Jessica Parker. And I was like,
I can't watch that. Yeah.
You cannot say sex. And it's like a 30-minute porn show. It has to be with that kind of name. And then I got sucked in, and every Sunday night on HBO is like, oh, what's going to happen this week with the 4 girls? Anyways, But so basically, the whole premise, you're gonna love it. You're gonna get sucked in and just pull all nighters, and you're gonna suck as a mom tonight because you're gonna be sleep deprived. But I suck as a mom even when I'm not sleep deprived, so it's all good. I will say, yes, I do agree. I had to give it like 5-ish episodes.
Me too. Mine was
Before I
probably
really got
4. Yeah.
because the first episode, I was like, I don't know what people are talking about. Meh. And about 5 episodes in, I was like, oh, this is so good, right?
Yeah,
So
it's like it definitely there's like a switch that flips and you're like, this is hilarious. And it did. I think for me, it was also when I realized how similar it was to Arrested Development. I started
we talked about this, how much, yes.
I started to appreciate the humor in it so much more.
I know.
It became like brilliant to me versus
and what they both have in common, if you haven't seen it, is basically
it is the best. Vivian, I'm with you. He's my favorite.
So it's like the setup, which I'm not giving anything away because this happens in like the first 2 minutes. But the whole setup is that it's a wealthy family. I don't remember how they lost all their money, but like they've lost all their money. Yeah. And so the only thing that they still own that's like in their name is this town called Schitt's Creek. And so they have to move. Come back here and let's talk when you get to the advertisement for the town. What am I trying to do? The billboard.
Yes. You know what we should have like a Schitt's Creek episode. Like we should just have the whole theme around Schitt's Creek.
I would go back and rewatch the whole thing and we could kind of come together.
Who's your favorite character? I think you've told me before.
What?
Who's your favorite character? You've told me. Alexa?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I love them all for very different reasons. And I do love Alexis because I just love her mannerisms. And she just has to like keep up her character so good, you know? Like it's just I don't know. All the characters are so good. David's hilarious. David's absolutely hilarious. Moira, though, I love Moira. I love her like made up accent. And when you get to the part where she goes bye bye or bye bye, that's how she calls a baby. Just wait till you get to that. Every episode, she says it at least once. They've like fit it in, hilarious. And then of course, what is not to love about Eugene Levy? What's that?
I don't know how she talks like that the whole time.
And
the same thing with Alexis. Like Alexis can drive me a little crazy because I get a little annoyed by her manner. But then I think to myself, how does she do that? Like yeah.
So I do need recommendations of what to watch now. Like I would love to hear those. If you have any that I can get sucked into.
You want something serious?
I mean, I could do either. I think I enjoyed it so much because it was so lighthearted and it was a nice distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, because I do like, you know, I loved Little Fires Everywhere. I love kind of getting sucked into things like that. But I feel like right now, everything is so that I just love the end of the day when I can unwind. You know, Ozarks. Someone else said Ozarks. Like I heard people say Ozarks.
Yeah, Adam and I liked it. We've already.
It's the wrong time to watch it.
But Adam's
oh no,
Adam's in the room tonight, everybody. He said it's the wrong time to watch it. It's pretty dark and serious.
Okay,
but we do like it. I love this show called. It's on Prime called Sneaky Pete.
Not heard of that, but I love the title.
Like 3 seasons, I think 2 or 3. But I also think it's brilliant.
Okay,
it's not a comedy, but it's not like dark.
Okay, Ben told me that I need to watch a show called Fleabag, which is he says it's really funny, but I don't know. I couldn't really get into like, but I don't know. He said it again. It's one of those where you have to like get 4 or 5 episodes in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not scary. Viv, Ozarks isn't scary. It's
is it just intense?
It is intense. It is intense.
Okay. And Last Man on Earth is hilarious, but we've watched all those.
Has anyone seen Narcos? Like to me, Narcos and Ozarks, even though they're different storylines. They're both like, they're similar, I think, and the fact that they're pretty dark. Seriously.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, Narcos. I love Narcos too, but it is, again, they're both about drugs.
Well, maybe the time to tune in.
I think that's why Adam was like, it's not the time. You're going to make Kim about selling things.
I mean, I don't know how much crazier this place can get. Breaking Bad, I have seen. That was a good one. I'm guessing Narcos is probably similar to that.
Narcos is similar to Ozarks, I think, except Narcos is based on what really has happened in history, which is why I think it's awesome, because it's, to me, if that's how I learned about history growing up, I would have been so much smarter than I am now. Whenever I've watched Narcos, I've thought, man, I wish this stuff had been around when I was a kid. Even though I really would never have been allowed to watch Narcos as a kid.
Okay, listen, I have another unrelated question. I need like viewer opinions on this. So Emmeline turns 13 in a month. 13.
The big 1-3.
Yeah, like teenager. I mean, we've already got like this place is already, between her and myself, there is so much hormones just like pumping through this place. Like anyone, it's just a loose cannon. And also, P.S., if anyone has a teenage girl out there or has one coming, your cycles link up. That's super fun. That's a raging rogue mess is what that is. And so I am trying to figure out how to make this like special, like 13 in my mind, it's kind of it's a big deal. Like I was like, 13, like you become a woman, you're moving out within the year, like you're on your own. You're about to start paying your own bills, get your own place. Like this is a very big year. And so I can't figure out how to make it. I don't know what to do to buy her special, to make it special. Literally all I could think of was like buying a box of tampons and like writing happy birthday on each and, like decorating them, like drawing balloons, like on the applicators.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I got.
That reminds me, at Christmas time, my sister has 2 girls and one of them is 13. No, I'm forgetting the age. Regardless, at Christmas, the youngest one needed to lose a tooth.
Okay.
And the older one ended up getting it out. But then my sister had, the place we were, she had nothing on hand except for a tampon. So she shoved the tampon in her mouth to stop the bleeding. Unused, everybody, unused.
It's okay. That is very resourceful. I do
tampons, except I don't know how the boys in your house would feel about that.
Well, did I not tell you? I told you what I got Emlyn, right? So every year we have this Christmas tradition where on Christmas Eve, everyone gets, and actually I kind of have to give props because this is kind of what Ben did growing up. So every year on Christmas Eve, they get a new pair of Christmas. We all have matching PJs to wake up in. And they each get an ornament that signifies that year. I mean, I know this isn't that mind-blowing. A lot of other people do this. But anyway, and so Emmeline's ornament, I found an Etsy shop that hand paints tampons with a Christmas scene. And so that was her ornament. I was significantly more excited. Like I thought I was a genius. I was like, this is going to be one keepsake, because all I could picture was like, because then the whole thing is when they turn 18 or when they get their own place, whatever, like they get their whole box of ornaments and they can start decorating their tree and have these memories to hang up. And all I kept thinking about was like the first year she's married and she's like pulling out her ornaments, and then she gets to like the tampon ornament, and he's like, what is that for? And she's like, oh, it was to commemorate the year I got my period. And he's like, your mom bought this for you? Like, my mother-in-law, like what a nut job. And to think that one day, like
I love it.
her future husband is going to think like my mother-in-law is a crazy lunatic. It weirdly brings me joy and delight. This is why I should be medicated. I feel like that I don't know how someone opens up a hand painting. You know why? Because there are more than one of me in this world, and that is what should scare everyone. Because enough people think like me, and they're like, what would be special is a hand-painted tampon with a winter scene. And someone's like, done. I can do that. I have tampons. I know how to paint. I have to say it's pretty incredible, like the detail. If I can find that thing, I will bring it next time and hold it up and show you. And maybe we'll collect her some more orders. I don't know. I digress. Back to Emily's birthday.
Yeah.
How's Adam doing over there with all this tampon talk? Is he okay?
He's smiling. Like his little smirk on his face, like he's trying not to smile too big. Don't laugh too hard, babe. Don't laugh too hard.
Okay, listen, since we're talking about tampons already, why move on from this?
Why?
Yeah, so let me I do want to share this because I would like to hear your story because no one else has had this experience. So growing up, I vividly remember we were on a beach vacation. And when I got my period for the first time, hey, Adam, hang tight over there, Adam. And you obviously can't wear like a pad into the pool. I hope that there's other guys listening to this. Ben is walking in the door. Duke Tumbleweed's just walking in right now as I'm talking about periods. And
coming, buddy.
and so my mom literally just handed me a tampon into the bathroom with no direction because she was very like, that's weird and gross. Like this is not.
You had to figure it out.
She was behind the other door. She wouldn't even let me leave the door open. This is what we're talking about. So the door's closed and she's just shouting at me through the door. Like just directions, like put one leg on the toilet. I'm like, what does that mean?
Is that how you learned how to do it?
Like stand on the toilet? Like, I don't know what are you talking? What do you mean put a leg on the toilet? Like the splits? And she's
I can picture why. Okay.
But like when you have you have a mental image now, but pretend like you have none of that in your brain. None. And 30 minutes later I walked out and I was like, I don't know. I can't do it. Like,
did she say, show me the string?
I just was holding it. I couldn't do it. She was like, you'll be fine. You can still just go swimming.
I don't remember the first time. I literally don't have a memory of.
It's probably because it was a normal one. It's probably because it didn't land in your traumatic memory sensory center.
It didn't. It definitely didn't.
Moments.
It definitely didn't.
You tried to stick a tampon up your butt. That's probably why you have no memory of it. Okay? That's all.
Oh my gosh.
I hope everyone enjoyed that conversation and you all do better when your daughter gets to that age.
I do remember shaving for the first time though. Because I was very hairy.
Well, we know I am too.
I mean, look at this. Imagine it. My legs all over.
I remember finding a razor for the first time. I felt like I was old enough that I should start shaving. No, my mom, again, just my mom was not that mom. She was not like, hey, let's sit down. Let me show you how to shave. And so I remember just pulling hers out of her shower, which she would be horrified if you'd known. And attempting to shave my legs. But here's the thing, since no one taught me, I shaved my arms. I was like, all hair is supposed to be gone. That is what a woman is.
That's what I thought.
I shaved my mustache, which is the worst thing you can do. Talk about razor burn and ingrown hairs. I mean, I was like, all hair gone. I mean, thankfully, I didn't like shave these fur balls that are happening up here. But
I heard somewhere that like swimmers shaved their arms, so I thought that was like that was the cool thing to do, even though I was not a swimmer.
But you were planning ahead. If ever one day you're like, swimming feels like it's my calling. You had the shaved arms. Sarah, I love Sarah's comment. She said, I came in the middle of that. It took me a minute to figure out what was happening.
I'm sorry, Sarah. You missed a lot.
Which actually she probably should be thankful for. Okay. So the only idea we've come up with so far is me decorating tampon applicators. And by we, I mean, that's the only idea I came up with for my daughter's 13th birthday.
It's
nothing else.
I wonder what Viv normally has good ideas for her boys, but this is a 13-year-old girl birthday party. And, are you going to have kids over? Is it going to be?
It's not like I can have people over.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you come up with ideas later, please.
Isn't she?
What's that?
She does swim, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. But she does not shave her arms.
That's because her mother learned the hard way and has teach her
about a lot of things. AJ, about a lot of things. Okay, well, it is 9:13. You have a big day tomorrow.
Yep.
And Jennifer is texting me ideas. Thank you for that.
She got you. She got you.
Is there anything else that we have not covered that we need to discuss?
What night are we picking for next?
That's right. We talked about how we were going to one day.
Did you do a poll? Or did you forget to do a poll?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
have a get out of jail free pass card. I have a skunk in my house. So that just eliminates me from all the things.
I might have missed it. Did you do a poll or you didn't do a poll?
I did not.
Guys.
I don't even have my children do their homework. You think I do homework?
Hurry, type in the comments. Tuesday or Thursday night. Tuesday or Thursday night.
Yeah.
Oh, turning 3.
Gavin just turned 3.
I just did that, Susan, for a friend's little boy's birthday. We drove around in this circle, parking, singing honk the horn and threw candy and stuff at him.
I love that.
It was really sweet.
That is.
And I always thought it was so much fun in the car. Saying, happy birthday, Bryson! They thought it was the best birthday party ever.
People are getting. People have been so creative. I am not like the Pinterest creative girl. I know everyone finds this shocking, but that is not my skill set.
I don't make them. I just buy them.
Yeah, that is exactly it. So if anyone has a birthday party service type thing to offer, I would happy to buy from you.
Yeah. So Kim will do.
That is very true. Ain't nobody going to be driving up to my house. Hello, I told you I live in the middle of nowhere.
That is very true.
With all of the wildlife. And you know what's so funny is I was thinking about this. I realized as much as I love being around people, that since I'm typically, not now, since I'm in quarantine, but since I'm typically around people and at speaking things and large numbers of people all the time, when I come home, I actually subconsciously think I chose a house that's in the middle of nowhere. One with the animals.
I love it.
So anywho.
So Emma's going to do a poll on her Facebook.
I will do a poll. We have one vote for Tuesday nights.
And we'll choose which night.
Yeah. And maybe we'll just randomly pick a night. We'll just keep it a surprise.
It's true.
Yeah. It'll just be Saturdays at 4 a.m.
I might be on drugs next week.
Oh, that's so true. Okay, everyone say a prayer for AJ. She has a surgery tomorrow, so all the good things.
Thus nighttime tea instead of tequila and vodka, everybody.
I know. So we got to send you to bed because you have an early start to your day.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Love you.
Love you all.
Good night.
And we'll let you know. We'll pick a night and we'll let you know.
That sounds perfect.
Go get rid of that skunk.